This rare Volkswagen has been abandoned for over a decade. It belonged to the father of one of our followers, and the last time it was driven was at her father's funeral. Since that day, the car has been sitting in the family's garage for more than 10 years. 10 years standing still, covered in dirt. We don't even know if it still works. But the owner's daughter asked me to do the impossible. Bring this Beetle back to life. Will we be able to fulfill our followers' wish, or is this a lost cause? Stay until the end of the video to find out. This is one of the most emotional stories I've ever done on this channel. Our follower's name is Aline, and her father had dreamed of owning this car his entire life. And when he was almost 60, he finally made that dream come true. He bought this red and white Volkswagen Beetle, but sadly he passed away 10 years ago. He died during the night. And do you know what this Beetle's last mission was? To take the family to the cemetery, one last ride to honor the man who waited more than 6 decades to have that car. After that day, the Beetle never ran again. Aline tried, she wanted to fix it, but she simply couldn't. 10 years standing still is a long time. The engine could be completely seized. The paint, the interior, everything about this car is abandoned and ruined, but I'm going to do everything I can to make it run again. We're going for a complete transformation. Before we even think about starting the engine, we need to see what's hiding underneath all this dirt. This product will soften the grime without damaging the already fragile paint. Now it's time for the truth. What will this paint reveal? The red color is coming back. It still has life. The sides are surprisingly intact. The clear coat is dull and oxidized, but the base paint is holding up. The roof too. I'm better than I expected. We've got good news and bad news. The good, the paint isn't destroyed, it can be saved. And the bad, it'll take a lot of polishing to bring back the shine. Now it's time to see if the engine still works. Before we continue with the transformation, I want to show you something awesome I just received from one of the channel's partners, Lasfit. Last time they sent us LED headlights for our car, and now look at this. They've sent custom high-quality floor mats for one of our clients' cars. But these aren't just any floor mats. They're made of high-durability thermoplastic, a material far more resistant than traditional mats. While regular mats tend to crack, bend, or lose their shape over time, Lasfit's floor mats stay looking brand new for months or even years. And to show how these floor mats are different from regular ones, we're going to do some tests with mud and dirty water. In this test, it will be clear that besides being super easy to clean, we can really see the quality of the products. After getting dirty and cleaning them, they look like they just came out of the box. Besides looking like new, we don't even need to vacuum or use a lot of cleaning product to remove the dirt and make them almost like new. These mats also have deep grooves that trap the dirt, preventing it from spreading to other parts of the car. Very different from regular mats, which even after the same type of cleaning end up with stains all over the surface, simply because they are made from a different material. And check out the difference in the results from the simple cleaning we did. After that, we're gonna do another test on both mats, focusing on a deeper cleaning for the fabric mats. On both mats, we poured dirty water simulating real-life daily use. Then we vacuumed and if needed, gave a light brushing to remove any residue. Finally, we let them dry and check the results of the test. In addition, dirt on regular mats tends to get trapped even after thorough cleaning, leaving stains and marks that never fully go away. The Lasfit mat, on the other hand, traps dirt in its grooves, makes cleaning effortless, and after cleaning looks completely new with no trace of dirt left behind. The difference is immediately noticeable. The regular mat requires more steps, more time, and more effort to clean, while the Lasfit mat is much easier and faster to clean, requiring fewer steps and less effort. And the installation is also very simple. You just need to align the mat in your car and lock it into the two correct button slots. And if you want to check which floor mat models are available for your car, just visit the link to their website in the description or the pinned comment, along with a code that gives you 20% off your purchase. Now comes the part that worries me the most in this whole project. Will this engine still work? This is the heart of the car. A naturally aspirated boxer engine, simple but efficient. 10 years sitting can mean a lot. Seized parts, rust, internal corrosion. We'll open the rear hood and see what's hiding underneath. I'll start cleaning carefully. That's an old engine, so we can't be too aggressive. The wiring is brittle. I'll need to be extra cautious. The hose is toothed, dry and cracked from age. The carburetor will definitely need a full rebuild. Old fuel turns into sludge that clogs everything. Luckily, Aline's brother had already drained the old fuel from the tank. Look at that transformation, from an abandoned engine to one that looks well preserved. Now that it's clean, we can assess it better. At first glance, the structure seems fine, but will it run? That's a whole different story. I'll need the help of little Nildo, our mechanic, to give the final diagnosis. Came over to evaluate the Beetle's engine. He's worked on many old engines, but 10 years without running? That's extreme, even for him. I told him the whole story and he looked at me and said he'd do his best, but couldn't promise anything. After that much time, anything could have happened inside that engine. He started with the basics, checking if the engine was seized. He took a wrench, placed it on the crankshaft pulley and tried to turn it manually. And the engine did turn, and that's excellent news. It means the internal parts haven't fused together, but turning it by hand is one thing, starting it with the key is another story. After checking the electrical system, he said we'll have to replace everything. While he works on that, we'll move to the next step, cleaning the underside of the Beetle. With the engine in the mechanic's hands, we'll work on the bottom side. We're lifting the Beetle on the hoist to see its real condition underneath. 10 years sitting still, but at least it wasn't out in the rain. That might have made all the difference. Thing I noticed, the chassis is surprisingly solid and well preserved. There's dust and grime, sure, but the structure is intact. No rust compromising safety. That's crucial. The chassis is the car's backbone.
E meu parceiro, a nós de novo aqui.
Now let's clean the wheels one by one. You can still tell this Beetle was well cared for when Aline's father was alive. The wheel wells are clean, the structure perfect. No holes, no rot. This Beetle's paint has spent 10 years absorbing dirt, dust, oxidation, sunlight coming through the garage window. The once shiny red and white colors are now faded and dull, and that's exactly what we're going to fix now. Starting with the hood, we'll begin sanding with a fine grit 2000 sandpaper. After that, it's time for the full polishing process. Before we try starting the engine, I need to show you what we've done. Look at how this Beetle arrived. 10 years locked in a garage, covered in dust and cobwebs, faded paint, lifeless, with a musty interior, and not running since 2015. And now look at it after the transformation. Shiny red and white paint, clean interior, perfectly preserved car, from an abandoned wreck to a practically new Beetle in 2025. If you like this restoration, tell us in the comments what you thought and give it a rating from 0 to 10. It really helps the channel and shows that stories like this matter. Visually, our mission is complete, but the real test is about to begin. For this final part, the mechanic brought the rebuilt carburetor, new spark plugs, new wires, and spent the last few days perfecting every detail of the engine. Now it's time for the truth. After the final adjustments, everything was ready for the test. First attempt, we turned the key, but nothing. Second attempt is still nothing.
Pode. Tá bom, tá bom. É, isso aqui gira bem rápido. É o que dá o ponto da ignição. Tipo, ele gira esse. Isso aqui. Não, tá certo, acho. Tá.
But on the third try, the engine came to life. Aline brought the car here thinking we'd only restore the paint, the interior, and clean it up. She has no idea that we actually got it running, and her reaction when she saw the Beetle alive again after 10 years was incredible. Our mission today was accomplished. Leave a comment if you want to see more stories like this, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing restorations like this one. See you next week.